You got the drug pimp, you got the smooth talking pimp, and you got the no nonsense pimp. And the no nonsense pimp is what I all about, because I know nonsense and I weigh myself over all the other pimps, because when you a no nonsense pimp like me, you mean it. And when you mean it, you know you got some good hoes. And those good hoes are gonna do whatever they do for you. They'll do 150 years from you as long as you take care of your hoes. And that's how you know you got a good hoe. It's simple as that. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Listen, I've been successful. I started out in the game at age 19. I stepped up my game. I'm doing right now what all the big Macs have done throughout the country. I've traveled. I'm recognized. I just won the 2025 Pimp of the Year award. That tells you something. I educated. I elevated. And that's what I tell all my hoes. I bring you here, I raise you here, and then the sky is the limit. But in the meantime, I your daddy. And you remember that, because all my hoes are all messed up, because they had bad relationships with their daddy, but they love me. They respect me, because I feed them good, and I take care of my hoes. They call me daddy, which I appreciate. Look at me. Odds anybody daddy, I'm a fine dresser. When I got into this game at 19 years of age, I had to learn from the beginning. I had to learn how to communicate. I learned how to dress fine like I is now. And what else? I had to learn finesse. Because when you out there meeting the hoes, you got to let them know who's boss. And you got to let them know, I tell you right now, no hoe ever going to look at a pimp in the eye. When a hoe sees a pimp, she don't make sure she don't look him in the eye. The hoe always look down at the curb when the pimp go by. And when the pimp go by and that hoe look up, there better be no reckless eyeballing on that pimp. A hoe never reckless eyeball a pimp. I'm the circle, and I tell all the hoes what the world is all about. I was born a pimp, I will die a pimp. I'm the pimp your mama warned you about. The hoe goes into pimp arrest if the hoe violates the pimp rules. This pimping is like any other job, doctor, fireman, policeman. The only difference is the pimp is hated by society. Why is that? You tell me, why is a pimp hated by society? It makes no sense. I mean, as fine as a dresser I is, walking down the street with women's on my sides, why do they look down on me in society? I has a lot to offer. The hoes got plenty to offer. Men buying all that for whatever amount these hoes are charging for whatever satisfaction that man needs. Hell, I got some hoes that get paid $100 bill for 20 minutes just so a man can see that hoe touch his toe. Ha! You thought I can say something perverted. A toe. $100, 20 minutes? Shit! No venereal disease. You got just getting their toes touched by a fat hoe. Skinny hoes don't like touching toes. Fat hoes like touching toes. They call them toe hoes. That's the new thing. Check it out on TikTok. Sometimes I gotta take a hoe, 1, 2, 3, 4. It don't matter. Sometimes I gotta take a hoe down to the concrete. You back hoe a white hoe, there's no mark. Isn't that weird? A black hoe, when you backhand her, there's a mark. With a white hoe, they're hardly a mark, I should say. They're a little mark. But sometimes those little mark, it looked like maybe you hit her, maybe somebody thinks she got a skin disease, like when they're ridden skinned, you can get eczema or something. So the white hoes never look like you got a slap, they just look like they got a skin condition. But even with a skin condition, it hurts my productivity, because a trick don't want to pay for a white hoe with a skin condition. So I do my best not to hit any white hoes. It happens, and then I just gotta wait and take it down to Kaiser where all the staff know me there. They said, hey, little P, you bringing in another white hoe, you backslap? We'll get her fixed up, I high five, everybody's dancing around, because I bring the doctor's business. And that's how they afford to keep living in West LA, Albany, New York, because I travel all over the country. 99% of the people want sex. Then there's those people that just want to watch people having sex, and I got no problem with them, because they're making me money. I charge tricks for no sex. They just watch to pay for watching sex. Can you imagine that? Tricks don't want sex and they just sit in their car and they'll watch a hoe having sex with somebody else. That they gotta pay double because I got more things to clean in the car. There's just not 2 people, there's 3. And with 3, you gotta use more sanitary products on the seats and shit, because this guy probably whacking off, watching the hoe getting down with some trick. And then I got that extra expense of using vinyl cleaner. And let me tell you, not all vinyl cleaners work the same, because I've had some of these assholes go in there and they left some stains in there. Those stains never came out. Shit, I had a 67 Eldorado. I had to take it down to Ensenada to get it all restitched. Everything. And that was the time during COVID, and shit, I couldn't get down there, so I had to have, I had some of my hoes, you know, because they want some extra money to drive the caddy down there, and they did some tricks. They worked at the Donkey Club down there. They made me some big money. I didn't go because I don't want to go down there with the hoes. You know, once you start and being seen with the big fat hoes in Mexico, that's worse than being seen with the big fat hoes in America. So I got to keep my credentials up. Man, I in here with all my hoes in Waffle House, and look what's going down here. Look at all this. These people crazy. They fighting. My hoes fight, but not like this shit. I came in here to get waffle and chicken. Look at all the fighting going on. God damn it. Where pimp gonna take his hoe now? Waffle House all finished. Every video a Waffle House fight. Hey, you can't go in for no chicken waffle no more without somebody mounting off somebody and then they punching out of here. I gotta protect my hoes. I can't have any more hits to their heads. Shit, I've hit them enough that if they get any more swollen heads, the price on their homemanship gonna go down. No trick gonna pay for a hoe that's got big welts on their head. Sure, a pimp gonna pay extra makeup for that hoe face, but one thing I learned, you never backhand a hoe with brass knuckles. You take them brass knuckles off and you can still brass knuckle, no good, but you can still backhand that hoe, and you're gonna spend some extra money on that mascara shit, whatever they call it, to put on that face to cover the bruise. But it's far better than you going to LA County. Because once you go to LA County, those hoes, they got no representation, and you ain't making jack, because they ain't putting no money on the commissary. But shit, you think when I was in LA County for 18 months, my hoes was sticking money in my commissary? Shit, no, there was no room to stick any money in my commissary. There wasn't even no room to stick any money up my caboose, because I was already being stuffed by Jamie Johnson, my roommate. Well, I say roommate, because I didn't want to say he's my cellar. He just occasionally visited me. But he did his thing, and shit, I learned how to bake cakes.